No, man. Close, close, close.
Stay manning close.
Flanking still alive.
Close right
Last
still.
player standing.
The corner.
Spike planted. And no charges.
Kills are really good here.
Hush. One enemy remaining. There.
Where was it? Unknown.
Undone.
He's low HP.
In this video, we're going to break down EU's incredible 1 vs 5 play. You're going to learn the method behind the magic, and maybe after this, you too will be able to pull off a legendary 1 vs 5 ace clutch. Let's first set up the scene. NRG on defense, guard on attack. Guard open with a 1-1-3 default. They want to start off slow and just hold for any aggressive pushes from NRG. They have Raze ult this round and they want to use it to execute A, so they start with 3 A main, ready to fight for A main control if NRG decide to push. But NRG also know that Saya player has his Raze ult. Here's their response. They open with a 1-3-1 setup. Sam is playing close B main with a judge. NRG have 3 players starting male ready to fight for mid control. And they have Ethan playing retake on A with a chamber trip holding heaven. NRG have studied Guard's VODs and they know that Guard always executes A when they have Raze ult. So instead of trying to fight Guard's Raze ult execute on A, NRG called to play full retake. Since they're giving up space on A, they want to take space elsewhere, hence the aggressive mid play. The berries drop, Haste throws a one-way smoke B main. P Sage slows B main. Both teams are throwing utility to prevent each other from taking B main control off the start. EU fade cats mid and Tex with his chamber TP set up in male walks out first to follow it. NRG have mid control, but they're staying silent so Guard aren't alerted of this play. Also, they want to be conservative with their util so that they have them up for their A retake. Side player Roomba's mid for info and to show a bit of presence. Haze breaks a Roomba and he starts spamming his rifle, hoping to draw attention away from Tex who's playing up close. Side player and P have shown some presence and Guard know that NRG aren't aggressing A, so they regroup for their A execute. Trent Skydogs up to clear the close angles.
Tex onto the deep angle. Look at all the information they're gathering from this one.
A main and ramp is clear. Net then puts up his Viper smoke, blocking Ethan's line of sight, and Guard silently lurks across. In mid, Texas walk down all the way bottom mid and he sees absolutely nothing. With the Skydog A main into a Viper smoke that conveniently blocks Ethan's line of sight right after, NRG are starting to think it's going to be an A hit. EU and Haze both start rotating towards A. Guard silently lurks up ramp. Tex is now shopping in market, gaining more and more information for NRG. EU's like, okay wait, aside from the Skydog, I literally heard nothing else ramp. Technically, Guard could walk up mid from sewers, so I'm going to go back mid just in case. Haze preemptively smokes off the A main choke, hoping to delay Guard's push. Meanwhile, Tex clears all of market in B main. EU has info of all of mid. Process of elimination, Guard are definitely A. Haze jump spots ramp for info, he sees nothing, but Net can actually hear Haze jump spot and pings it out for his team. Since Haze saw nothing ramp with his jump spot, he immediately deducts that Guard are behind his A main smoke, so him and Sam both run screens to join Ethan. Notice how Ethan has his KO knife out. He is so ready to counter side player's Raze ult. NRG have 3 screens now. They're like, okay, well, we know an A hit is coming, and there's no point in playing retake when we basically have the whole team here already, and a KO knife to counter the Raze ult, so Haze and Sam call to get on site to fight the execute. Speaking of executes, here it comes. Net Viper wants to block off vents in whatever this area is called. Trent sky flashes through the wall since they saw Haze jump spotting there. Side player combos the flash with his nade. He now doesn't need to worry about his left. He pops his Raze ult and satches out onto site. Ethan throws his KO knife A main in response. This is because NRG's chamber trip heaven actually didn't trigger since a Viper wall blocked it off, so he assumed the Raze ult was coming from A main. It wasn't, but Ethan pop flashes out of the screen smoke, forcing side player to hide and tuck into this corner, and his ult times out. He uses in spawn and he uses the cat to delay Guard's heaven push. The cat latches on and full blinds Net. Net jumps down from heaven towards flower and EU actually catches a glimpse of that as he crosses towards screens. Haze blinded A main right when he heard side player pop his Raze ult. He knows that probably delayed Guard's A main players, so he peeks heaven looking to isolate a fight but gets owned by Trent. Sam dies with side player and now NRG are in a 3v5. Ethan wants to trade Sam, so he pop flashes out of the screen smoke, but side player wasn't flash and he takes down Ethan. 5v2 in Guard's favor. This is not looking good for NRG. Jonapi's game sense is tingling and he checks the flank, and he gets the punish on Tex. EU is now in a 1v5. No one expects him to win. His teammates will be happy if he gets any kills at all for econ damage.
Kills are really good here.
From Ethan's death cam, EU knows one is A main, one is close to his right, and one is hell. He hears Valen planning. He now knows where 4 guard players are. Guard is calling, hey, Fade was last seen heaven. So P Sage walls himself up A main to get into an off angle to hold ramp. Trent was playing Raptors the whole time though, and there's no way EU could have crossed heaven to ramp. A bit of miscommunication from Guard, but with how chaotic executes are, you can't really blame them. This tiny detail is important though, because this means P won't be able to instantly peek from A main if EU were to swing out from screens. Side player reloads. This prompts EU to hone in on Saya. The screen smoke fades and Saya jiggle screens, hoping to bait out a shot from EU for his teammates to play off of. His jiggle peek was a bit too wide though, and EU immediately punishes him. Screens get resmoked, the rest of guard now know where EU is. This round should be unwinnable for EU now, but Net spams his screen smoke from hell and ducks back to reload. Spectre reload is 2.25 seconds. A reloading enemy means there's one less player posted on him right now. EU seizes this 2.25 second window and wide peeks elbow and insta-kills Valen. He swipes right and preempts hell, where you heard Net reload and expects an insta-peek from. Instead, Jonah P peeks first from main. EU lands a 6 shot on him and immediately preempts hell again. He takes out Net, preempts elbow for a late sight peek, it never comes, so he ducks back into the smoke. 1v1 now. Now, Guard is a very good team. They're super drilled and are very good at fighting together. The fact that Trent didn't show up at all while the rest of his team was dying tells EU one thing. He's probably on a cheeky late flank.
You? He's lighting people up. He's got the read. No shot. Solo
And that is how EU pulled off the rare, the legendary 1 vs 5 ace clutch. Now, if you thought that looked easy because we broke it down piece by piece, let's rewatch it at full speed, just to put things back into perspective.
Well, they expected to come through main. Are they going to know it's going to be coming up into ramp into heaven?
What a mad Viper wall, actually, that Net's been put down. It's A heaven control. The paranoia misses. They don't know where this is coming from.
They don't have anything. He just lets it rip again, but he doesn't get the value still. The players are falling anyway. Ethan now, bit of a solo play from him as he flashes through, but side play was too far around the corner. Wasn't caught out by it. The flank also just being contained.
NRG not finding particularly value from playing that heavy off-site situation.
Wait a second!
He's lighting people up. He's got the read.
No shot.
Beat.
Oh!